Okay, so I think I'm a pretty frugal guy when it comes to my finances, but after adding up all the numbers that I've spent on my YouTube stuff, I don't think that's the case anymore. But anyways, in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys how much money I've spent on this set, my cameras, my equipment, etc. I'm also going to be sharing, what softwares I make to edit the videos, to make the thumbnails as well. So if you guys want to see that, continue watching. I hope you guys enjoy. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, do all that fun stuff. And let's get right into the video. Enjoy. Aside from my soul. Okay, before anything, I do have to say, if you guys are brand new to the channel, first of all, welcome. That's the first thing. But also, if you guys are brand new, in this channel, I post videos on personal finance, investing, stocks, tax-related videos. So if you guys enjoy any of that, you guys should definitely subscribe because you don't want to miss out. And also, we're almost to 1,000 subscribers. We're 160 off, something like that. So if you guys wouldn't mind, scroll down a little bit, change the world, and just hit that red button. Okay, so anyways, back to the topic of the video, how much money I've spent on my equipment, my set, etc. And to make this video a little bit easier to digest, I'm going to break it down into 4 parts. So part 1 is just the basics of my stuff, for example, my camera. Number 2 is decorative stuff, how much money I've spent on, for example, my painting right here. Number 3 is going to be additional equipment that I use, stuff that's not very important, and also softwares that I use. And number 4, the last one, I'm going to give you guys a little glimpse of how I personally make my videos, my thumbnail process and everything like that. But before we get into the first one, before we start talking, I do have to say that this video was inspired by someone in the comments. So if you guys want to see a particular video, I read them, let me know in the comments, and then maybe I'll do the video. So we're gonna get started by giving you guys a little 360 of my view. That way you guys can play along. Maybe you guys can take a guess on how much money I've spent. Go to the comment section and leave a guess. Okay, so you guys can see we have a light right there. We have another 3 lights right there. I don't usually use the last one, the one on the top, but I'm just using it in this video because why not? We have the camera right there. It's recording. There you go. And what else? We have my bed. That's where I go to sleep. This is where I work out mostly. We have my headphones, which I was using earlier today. And then we have a note right here. This is just to help me, throughout the video. We have my laptop right here. We have a drink right here. That's pretty good. We have the laptop, like I said. We have my wallet. I just moved this accidentally. We have a mirror right there. Pretty big mirror, I would say. We have my classes and my whiteboard that I use. Okay, so that was a little 360 view of my room. I hope you guys get a better idea of where everything is. My lights, my desk, my camera, my equipment, etc. You guys even know where I sleep now. Where my bed is. So if that doesn't make you guys subscribe, I don't know what will. But anyways, we're going to move on to the first part of the video, which is the basics. For example, my camera. And by the way, if you guys don't have a camera, you guys don't really need it. It's not really an essential per se. If you have a newer version of an iPhone or a Samsung, a newer phone in general, just go ahead and use that because chances are the camera is pretty great. The first thing on my list is the Canon M50, so that's what I'm using to record this video. That cost around $600. I bought it 2 years ago, so that's why it's a little bit pricier. I don't know the price, but maybe if I'm not lazy enough, maybe I'll just put it on the screen, the current value of it. Next up is the lighting. I spent $160 for both of them, so for the ring light and also the light over here. The ones in the front, I actually got those for free, so I'm not going to include them in the video. By the way, I'm going to put all the links in the description, I think, if I'm not lazy enough. The third one on here is the microphone. So right now I have the Samsung. Not Samsung, the Samsung. This one was around $140. The fourth thing on the list is the tripod. Now, it's the one that I'm using right now. It's pretty great. I've had it forever. I got it on Amazon for around $25. I'll show you guys a picture of it. And then the fifth thing that I have is the mic boom. Now, if you guys don't know what that is, it's pretty simple. It's just the mic holder that I have on my desk right here. It's this guy, so I can just go ahead and adjust it wherever I need it. It's just gonna stay there. But that was around $30. Again, I got it from Amazon. So that was the list, the 5 things that I have on my basic, the things that I use every single time that I'm recording a video. And the total for that came out to be $955. Okay, so we do have another part for this section. It's additional basics, so maybe stuff that's not very essential but I still have. So for example, the first thing on here is the lavalier mic. So before my mic I had a lavalier, 2 lavalier mics, so that was around $30. The second thing on here is the drone. I have a Mavic Mini. That was around $600. I got this around 2 years ago. I also have a GoPro, which I bought a while ago, 2 years ago again. That was around $250. I do have a laptop stand, which I'm currently using on this laptop right here. I don't know if you guys can see, but it's slightly on an incline. That was around $20. The next thing on here is the monitor. Now I got this before moving into college because I did want that dual setup, so I have that right here and I still use it. I'm gonna take it back too, so it's pretty useful. The next thing on here is the keyboard. You guys might have seen, but the keyboard is right here. That was around $70. Pretty pricey keyboard, not gonna lie, but it's definitely worth it. I love it. The next thing on here, well, the next and last thing on here is the mouse. That was around $20. I think it's more like $12, but we're just gonna say $20 because why not? So if we add all of that up, the total comes to $1,090, which is pretty high, I would say. All right, so with that said, we're gonna move on to the second part of the video, which is the decorative items that I have bought. So for example, the painting that I have right here, do keep in mind that most of it I bought it from Ross, so it's pretty cheap. Okay, so the first thing on here is the grateful sign. I actually made that myself, so that was free. We have the elephant right here. Really has no meaning. I thought it was pretty cool, so that was $10. I bought it from Ross. The third thing on here is the globe, which is that one right there. I thought it was pretty cool. I got it from Marshall's, I believe, and that was $10. Next up is the lights. I do have a lot of lights, as you guys have seen, but that was around $20. The next thing on here is the extension cords. Now, I did buy several of them just because I wanted to make sure that when I'm recording a video, I just press a button and all my lights turn on. I'm actually going to show you guys right now, so I'm going to start recording so you guys can take a look at this, but this is pretty cool. So I'm going to go ahead and start my video right here. You guys can see all the cameras, right? So we're gonna go ahead and flip this switch right here, and you guys will see all the lights turn off, and then we're gonna turn them on. Boom, there you go. I think that's pretty cool. I don't know, what do you guys think in the comment section? Definitely makes my life a lot easier. The next thing on here is the black curtains. Now before the black paint, I had black curtains. Yeah, that was $40, so I definitely should have just put the paint on. I was trying to save money, I suppose. It ended up being more expensive, but you know, I learned from my lesson. The next and final thing is the painting, which is this one right here. I got that from Ross. That was around $25 if I remember correctly. Now, that was the end of the section for the decor, but if we add up all the stuff that we have right now that I've mentioned, it's going to be $205 in total, so it's not too bad. Okay, so with that said, we're going to move on to the third section of the video, which is the additional things that I have in my setup, and really there's only one extra one, and that is my headphones that I have right here. It's by Sony, if you guys can see that. I don't know the exact product name, but you know, maybe if I'm not lazy enough, I'll just put it on the screen right here. They're also going to be in a description if you guys want to get the exact product. I got these from Best Buy and they were $150, $140, something like that. So yeah, I got these. So that brings us to the next part of the video, which is, you know, what softwares do I use? And I mean, that's a pretty easy question to answer. I use Adobe Premiere Pro and also Photoshop. I have used Canva before to edit my thumbnails, but personally, I don't really like it. I've also used iMovie and Final Cut Pro to edit my videos. But yeah, that was in my old MacBook. Yeah, that MacBook is very old. It doesn't work anymore, so I use my new one. So now that you guys know that, we're gonna move on to the last section of the video, which is how I personally make my videos. Again, I'm gonna show you guys the process behind the scenes. So let's get started. Okay, so step one, after you finish recording your video, you're gonna get your SD card and put those files into your laptop into a folder. This includes any pictures that you want to add and also your videos, of course, that you just recorded. In this case, we're gonna go ahead and open up our new video file just because that's where we saved our previous files, you know, in the start. So then after that, you can go ahead and drag those files into your editing software. In my case, it's Adobe Premiere Pro, but you can also use iMovie and Final Cut Pro. And I'm not going to show you guys how to edit videos in this one just because that's going to take way too long. But if you guys do want to know, I'm going to put links in a description that teaches you. And as for the thumbnail, I'm going to be doing a time lapse so you guys can see the process. So let's begin. Okay, so I have showed you guys all of my equipment, my setup, my desk. I have even showed you guys where I sleep in the night. So with that said, I think that pretty much sums up the video. If you guys have any comments, questions, concerns, love stories even, let me know in the comment section below. And remember, leave a like, subscribe if you're new, do all that fun stuff. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.